Good morning, students. I believe you are ready for mathematics class this morning. And I believe you are there with your writing materials, your textbook. And please don't be distracted in any form. I repeat, don't be distracted in any form. Last week we discussed about linear inequalities, and we are going to continue from where we stopped in the last class. In the last class, we did how to interpret inequalities, how to interpret statements into symbolic form using inequalities, then vice versa. So let's look at the correction to the last exercises that was given in the last class. I have question 1, 2, up to 3 here, so just follow through as I do the correction. And most of you've not been submitting your assignments. It's not good enough. Now we have to say maybe it is true or false. -8 is less than -5 because -2 -3 is -5. So -8 is less than -5, which is true. So that case is true. The other case is 18 is greater than -13 plus, that will be 17, is also true. Okay. Now let's look at the other question. Question 2. So we have to choose a letter for the unknown. We have to choose a letter for the unknown to just write out this inequality. This is a statement form, so we want to put it in an inequality form. Sunday got over 50% in math test. Sunday got over 50% in math test. Let's say let X be the mark obtained in math test. Let X be the mark obtained in math test. So that means X over means greater, that is more than 50%. That is that. Then the other one, the fan was rotating for over 9 hours. Let T be the time that the fan rotates. Let T be the time that the fan rotates. So since it is over 9 hours, that means T is greater than 9 hours. Now the last question says 5 years ago a boy was over 17 years of age. If his age now is P years, write an inequality in P. Now we are going to look at the present age. They already said the present age is P years. The present age is P years. 5 years ago, that is P minus 5, just like you. Presently, you are, let's say you are 10 years. 5 years ago, what is your age? You are 5 years. So that is the meaning. Now, the present age of the boy is P, and 5 years ago, the boy was over 17 years. So that is P minus 5, over means greater than 17. Okay, now let's look at what we have for today. We have the lesson objectives before us that at the end of this lesson, you must be able to represent a set of integers on a number line. We'll be talking mostly on number line, how to draw number line, how to represent numbers on number line. Then use the number line to describe inequalities. We can draw a number line and you'll be asked to describe it using inequalities. Then use the idea of number line to draw graphs of inequality. I think we are still going to that. Then we have to solve linear inequalities in one variable. So that is what we are to do in this class. Now let's start with the first one. We are to consider the set of numbers from -5 to 5. So how do you show this on a number line? How do you show this on a number line? How do you show this on a number line? Now, I'm going to draw the number line here. We have a straight line which is horizontal. Then it carries the negative from This side we have negative of 5, then we have positive 5, and in the middle we have 0. Are you seeing it? So this is how to draw a number line. Let me draw it here so that you can see it very well. We have minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 5. That is the number line. Now, the idea of the number line would be used to describe the various inequalities we shall be dealing with in this word section. Now, let's look at the first example that we have here. We are to represent the inequality x less than 3 on a number line. X less than 3 on a number line. Permit me, I will just use the up here to draw the number line. Now, we want to draw x less than 3, right? Let's start from at the middle is 0, right? We have 1, we have 2, we have 3, and we have x. Now, whenever you want to draw any number line, note the sign. If it is less than, it will be to the left. If it is greater than, it will be to the what? To the right. So you just draw a line like this, and you draw an arrow. So every number on this side, the way the arrow is pointing, look at the direction of the arrow, shows that all those numbers are less than 3. And if you look at the box up here, this box here, if you look at this box here, it is not shaded. If it is shaded, that means 3 is inclusive. But if it is not shaded, that means 3 is not inclusive. That is, all the number less than 3, 3 is not less than 3. It's not making sense. But numbers less than 3 means 3 is not included. Now, the other one, you will see the difference between the first number line and the second one that I want to draw now. Here we have 0, here we have 1, here we have 2, and we have x here. So, if you look at this, number greater than 2, they are on this side. Now, equal to means 2 is inclusive. 2 is inclusive. So if you want to draw the number line, you must shade the circle. Once you shade that, that means 2 is inclusive. Now let's look at the other one also again. If you can look at this, we have 0, we have minus 1, we have minus 2, we have minus 3, we have x, because we are considering x. So x is less than minus 3. So you just pick same thing and you draw it to this side. But since minus 3 is inclusive, that means you shade. You see? So that is that. Now let's look at the other one. Okay, we are to write down the inequalities in the following graphs. I'm going to draw the graph. We have minus 1. If this is 0, we have minus 1 here, and it is shaded. We have it shaded to this side. Okay, we have it shaded here. Okay, then we have y. So we can represent, this is a number line given, so we can interpret this to an inequality. So I told you, if the arrow is going to the right, that means it is greater than. That means y is greater than -1. Now, since the circle up here is shaded, that means there's equality sign. That is for question 1. Then for question 2, we have this. We have 0 here. We have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, y also. So we have like this to the left. So, and it is shaded. Now, since it is to the left and it is shaded, that means y is less than or equal to what? 3. That's all. Now, let's look at another example. We want to sketch the graph of x less than or equal to -1. Pick up your pen and paper and do this for me. Sketch the graph of x less than or equals -1. Do that. Draw it on the number line. Are you done? Okay. Now, for those that do not know what we just now this is the graph. We have 0 here. We have -1. We have -2. We have x. We have x here. It's a graph. Okay. Now, numbers less than -1. Just take your arrow up, draw it like this, but it's equal to, so you shade the circle. Okay, that's all. So it's possible it's less than, and it's possible it's equal to -1. So that's how you represent it on a graph. Now let's move on to the next, which is the solution of inequalities. Solution of inequalities. Inequality is not the same as equation. If something is not equal, you know the difference. If it is equal, that means sameness. There's sameness. Like x equals 20. That means directly s is 20. But if you say s is less than 20, s is greater than 20, s does not have a specific value. S has a range number of values. What do I mean by range? If s is less than 30, that means you pick up those numbers that are less than 30. If s is greater than 30, that means you pick all the numbers that are greater than 30. So the solution of an inequality is always in range. Like what I have here, it's always in range. Now, I think that has explained what I wanted to, the puppies, this, and that, like that. But if you look at the note, the reason why we do not have a fraction or a negative number is because human being cannot be negative and human being cannot be fraction. The example is that in a class there are 30 pupils. If all of them do not leave the class, x is still equal to 30 if x be the number of pupils in the class. Now suppose that some students left the class for one reason or the other. They will not be exactly 30 again. So less than 30. So numbers less than 30 is from 0 to 29. So that's why we said human beings can't be negative and they can't be fraction. Now, having done that, We move to the example to illustrate how to solve inequalities. How do you solve inequalities? It's not like your simple equation. We've done simple equation. So it's not like your simple equation. Now look at this question. Solve the inequality x plus 3 less than 5 and represent the solution on a what? Number line. Now, the way we solve this, your steps matters in mathematics a lot. Now, the way we solve this is that anything attached to the unknown, we either subtract it or we add it. But the sign also determines this. Now we have plus 3 here. To eliminate this plus 3, that means you must subtract 3 from both sides. So that means I'm subtracting 3 from both sides. That is x plus 3 minus 3 less than 5 minus 3. And once I do this, I will have x less than 2. So if I'm to represent this on a number line, this is just numbers less than 2. They will be at the back of 2. So that is the inequality. Now the next question is to solve the inequality 3x minus 1 greater or equals 5, and you have to represent the solution on the what? On the number line. Now I don't want minus 1 there, so that means I will add 1 to both sides, and I'm going to have 3x minus 1 plus 1 less or equal 5 plus 1, and that will give me 3x less than or equals 6, and that means x is less than or equals 2. Once you divide through by what? By 3. So to represent this on a number line, it's just, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, and x. So number less than 2, they are at the back of 2. Since it's equality sign, there's equality sign there, so you shade. So that is the solution, and that is the number line. Now let's move on to the other one. We have to find the integral values of x that satisfy the following inequalities: 7x less than 5x plus 9, then 3x minus 7 greater than 9. Let's start with the first question. We have 7x less than 5x plus 9, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Now, the meaning of integral values means we are going to list out the possible values of x, and they must be integers. Integers are whole numbers, negative whole numbers, and 0 inclusive. Now, I don't want 5 to be here, so subtract both sides. Subtract 5 from both sides. 5x minus 5x plus 9. And I will have 2x less than 9. That means s is less than 4 whole number 1 over 2. Now, what is the possible values of s? Since an integer cannot be a fraction, an integer is not a fraction. An integer is whole number, negative whole number, and so on like that. Now, but we have that x is less than 4. X is less than 4 and a half. So where you start from will be what? 4. Numbers less than 4 and a half. 4, 3, 2, 1, and so on like that. Now let's look at the other question. 3s minus 7. 3s minus 7 greater than 9. So add 7 to both sides. So that will give us 3s is greater than 16. And that means if you divide through by 3, that means x is greater than 5 whole number 1 over 3. Now what are the possible values of x? If x is greater than 5 whole number 1 over 3, numbers will start from 6, because 6 is greater than that. 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on like that. Okay? Now, having done this, the reason why we have 6, 7 is because we are talking about integers. We are talking about integers. Okay, that is the reason. Now, here is your assignment. Sketch the graphs of the following inequalities: s greater or equals -1, and so on like that. Then you have to write down the inequalities in the following graphs. Okay, now let me draw the graph. Let me draw the graph. Okay, let me draw the graph. Here is the graph. I have from -6, I have -6 here, followed by -5, -4, and so on. I have x. Then starting from -6, like that. This is shaded. It is shaded. Then for the other part, okay, just permit me to use up here. For the b part, I have from -2. This is y. It is shaded also like this. Okay, so I have from -2 to the other side, then this also as well. Now look at this. Solve the inequalities indicating at least 3 integral values of x in each case. So you have to bring out the values of x. Don't forget, x cannot be fraction. For your further readings, check out STAM Mathematics Book 2, Nigerian Mathematics Book 2, Mathematics Focus, and also the YouTube link will be of added advantage. Solve questions, even more than what I'm giving you. Go solve questions. If you're having any challenges or difficulties, you can reach out to me through the email on the first screen, and feel free to communicate your answer, and I'll be very glad to respond to your questions. So all assignments should be submitted on or before the next class, and our next class is on Wednesday. So do well to submit all your assignments Monday evening, Tuesday morning, Tuesday evening max. Thank you very much. I believe you enjoyed this class. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.